Yo, 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 I hope you're enjoying your ride. It's time
for the Drive for Five
podcast. Let's go. There you have it. The Eagles are on their way to Arizona.
Them boys turned up.
Super Bowl is tomorrow. It's the Drive for Five podcast. We're here to talk about it.
We ready?
Yes, sir. Kansas City versus the Eagles. This is going to be a great Super Bowl. First time the number one seeds has met in quite a while. 14-3 Philly and 14-3 Kansas City. We got Patrick Mahomes versus Jalen Hurts. The first time.
We got two black quarterbacks.
Yes, first time two black quarterbacks.
Oh, snap.
In the Super Bowl. What a great accomplishment for both. Congratulations to both. It's amazing to see, man. You see how the game is transcending towards the new talent, new wave of quarterbacks in the league this year. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna give predictions.
Let's get into it.
As of right now, we want to go ahead and start off with the first comparison, man. Who you got, Mahomes versus Hurts?
It's tough, man. It's real tough. I ain't gonna lie. See, man, like you got Mahomes. Mahomes is almost like the next GOAT. He's chasing time, and then you got the young bull coming in with Jalen Hurts. He's ready, man. He's done played in big games. He hasn't played in the Super Bowl, but he's played in big games, and it's kind of hard. But I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one, and I'm gonna go with Hurts, man. The kid has just gone
over Mahomes.
Yeah, he's gone through a lot, man. He's gone through a lot, and I feel like he's been mentally prepared for this situation, dating back all the way to Bama.
Wow. Do you think he's more mentally prepared than Patrick Mahomes, who's been in the Super Bowl 2 times in this short 6-year career?
I don't want to say mentally prepared, but I think he has a fire. He has something to prove. He's been doubted. He's been doubted a lot. Dating all the way back to him losing his job to Tua. So I think the kid has a lot of fire, man, and I'm going with the underdog on this.
I actually think that says a lot. You say he lost his job to Tua. He had to transfer to Oklahoma. He went on to play in a college playoff game there, which he lost. So I definitely think the talent around him, plus the system, makes him a great quarterback. But it's hard for me to go against Patrick Mahomes, man. Like you said, next GOAT. This kid's been was his 4 or 5 straight AFC Championship games.
Yeah.
You got to go through him to win it, and even though this is the first time MVP has attempted to actually win a Super Bowl, I don't think it's happened in the last 8 years.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna see it for the first time, and I really think that Patrick Mahomes has got the upper hand here with the experience that he has, the amount of playoff success that he's encountered, man. Over the last 5 years, Patrick Mahomes has 3,900 yards, over 3,900 yards in the playoffs, and 32 touchdowns and only 7 picks. And that's in the postseason over the last 5 years.
Mahomes is a magician, but to me, man, I think the key to beating Mahomes is going to be that pass rush. And ever since Philly has upgraded that pass rush, they've been unstoppable.
Which brings us to the next comparison. I want to talk about it, man. KC's O-line with Creed Humphrey, Orlando Brown, Trey Smith. Those guys are all Pro Bowlers, a couple of All Pros over there. Like versus the Philadelphia D-line. We got Brandon Graham.
We got Brandon Graham. You got Hassan Reddick. You got Sewell. They got the
Hargrove.
They got Hargrove. He's up for a big check this year too. Hargrove's up for a big check.
I see it. The most sacks in a season in a very long time in comparison to the Bears. That's 78 sacks, I think.
78 sacks. Third most in NFL history. That's
amazing,
crazy,
man. Hey, it's gonna be a game now. I hear that. But based off of our last prediction when I said the versus the Niners versus the Philly, and I thought that our O line would have a better showing, it didn't. But I think that Philly is gonna get exposed here, man. When I don't think that you can really pull off a lot of those stunts with this O line. This O line is filled with a bunch of all pros. I don't think they'll have a backup tight end blocking Hassan Reddick, as the Niners did, which was a costly mistake.
Yeah.
But I think that this year, with this Kansas City O-line, rebuilt O-line to protect Patrick Mahomes and keep him up.
He's only been sacked 26 times.
26 times this year.
That's
crazy. That's numbers right there. Shows you that this is a different year for Patrick, man. I think this is one of those times
they've been battle tested.
He's battle tested
all year, though.
Tough teams all year. They had the NFC West.
Yeah, Bosa and. What's JJ Watt out there in Arizona?
Yes.
So those guys, I know those guys been battle tested.
I don't know, man. So who do you got? You think the Kansas City O line displays dominance today, or do you see Philadelphia defensive line continuing their dominance?
Crazy thing is, see, man, I'm going with Philly having 4 sacks and my prediction is 4 sacks and 7 hits on Mahomes.
Wow.
I also predict 2 picks.
Whoa, that's amazing.
That's crazy.
I'm going
crazy
right now.
I'm going crazy.
Because for Patrick Mahomes to throw only 7 picks in the postseason in 5 years, you think he's going to throw 2 tomorrow night versus Philadelphia?
Well, he's going against a crazy pass rush. I mean, Hassan Reddick got 18 sacks. I haven't seen nobody block him all year.
I seen him go against a pass rush before. Unfortunately, I was heartbroken when he played against the Niners in Bosa rookie year. And Bosa went off. And he had 2 sacks, but still could not win the game. I see Patrick Mahomes just not making those mistakes. I do think that Philadelphia, who's been winning the turnover battle all year, has a chance to put some pressure on Pat. But I just can't see them actually dominating this game as they did for most of the year in order to win the game.
I think they dominate the line of scrimmage. One thing I do know is I can't see Kansas City running the ball on those guys. No, not what they got in the middle, man. They're very stout right now in that middle, man.
Which is very interesting because the weakness of Philadelphia all year has been their run game. It's been their run game.
But ever since Rosenhaus. Ever since their GM, I think his name Rosenhaus, signed those 2 D tackles, they have not given up much. So
I seen Sue. Yeah, the addition of Sue, who's trying to win another Super Bowl, it was a great addition. I still think that there were some holes, as you seen last week with the Niners with Christian McCaffrey. There's some holes in that defense in the run game, and Pacheco, if he gets going, man, he's a strong runner.
McKinnon, I like McKinnon.
McKinnon too. Like if they get running, they get the going, and they get those the ground game going just a little bit, giving Patrick Mahomes the time for play action. You're gonna see a lot of Travis Kelce over the middle. You might see Valdez Scantling go over the top. You might see Juju Smith take one to the crib. It's gonna be one of those games where I don't want it to be where Patrick Mahomes has time, because if he has time, it's gonna be a long night. This is gonna be a great game, man. So we're gonna look at the next one. We got Kansas City skilled. We're gonna go both their receivers and defensive back unit versus the Philadelphia skill. Obviously, Philly's been reference to their DBs and their coverage has been ranked at the tops this year. They had one of the number 1 defenses in the league. But it's going to be interesting, man, because Kansas City doesn't have a bunch of named guys back there in their secondary. I think they got 3 rookies, if I'm not mistaken, starting in their secondary this year.
Wow.
And it's going to be interesting, though. I feel like they've been balling all year, man. They just had a tough task versus Jamar Chase and Higgins, and they stood up.
They stood up, man. But I think what was hurting Cincy is their lack of guys up front, and we both watched the game.
Yeah.
Come on, see, man, like Joe had a long night. Joe had a long night back then, and since he ain't gonna get
Chris
over
Jones.
that time. Yeah. Chris
Jones,
on, man. Chris Jones been doing this a long time.
Yeah, he's gonna continue to do it. And I feel like this is one of those times, man. He has another dominant performance in the Super Bowl. I feel like he gets to Jalen Hurts.
But I'm gonna say this. Devontae Smith, AJ Brown was a huge pickup this offseason to help Devontae Smith.
Yes.
And then you got Dallas Goedert.
Goddard, yeah.
Goddard.
Three-headed monster.
Those guys are rolling, man.
They are rolling.
AJ Brown went from $14.99. That's down there 1,500 yards. That's crazy in the NFL.
It is.
That's crazy amazing. In the NFL.
I'm gonna go with a bold prediction here, and I'm gonna say I don't think he's gonna have the most receiving yards in this game. I think that's actually gonna go to Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce currently has 1467 in the postseason. Career-wise, he's about 800 yards away from the great Jerry Rice in the postseason. I think they feed him early and often. I see him with a 150-yard game, probably 13 receptions. I actually gonna say this. Another bold prediction. The receiving mark for the postseason is 240 yards by Eric Mose, Buffalo Bills.
He does not get to it. He does not beat that.
You don't think he can? I'm going to go with a bold prediction here.
I got lunch.
Right here at Drive 5 Podcast.
I got lunch.
I'm going to say he has over 240. He breaks the record, and he's the Super Bowl MVP.
No.
That's my bold prediction. We'll see what happens.
I like Jalen Hurts MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
You got Jalen Hurts Super
Bowl
MVP.
I got Jalen Hurts Super Bowl MVP. 300 total yards. I got him at three plus total yards. That's rushing and passing. 2 tubs.
Wow. Okay. I got you.
I think he gets one on the ground, one through the air.
And if he does that, if he can pull off something like that, I do think that they will have a huge chance of pulling this off. But I really feel like Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey's connection, them being here before, them doing this multiple times, they're going to be able to pull off this one. And I think KC gets the ball, like I said, to Travis Kelce. I feel him getting 13 catches, 13 to 15, and over the 240 mark. I feel him breaking that record. I feel him walking away with that MVP. His brother, unfortunately,
I think the key to Philly in this game is going to be that rushing attack.
Yeah, well,
they got to keep Pat off the field.
26 sacks this year. He's been sacked 26. I don't see him getting sacked that much.
He's getting the ball out in like 1.8 seconds.
Well, yeah, exactly. And he's getting it out accurately to the right people, the right time. Like this is a man who threw for 5,200 yards this year. 5,200 yards.
Hey, you think Pop's gonna have that cigar lit up
already? They're in Arizona already. I feel his brother.
Lit up.
As much as his brother do some crazy stuff, I feel like he's gonna be TikToking all over.
My boy was lighting that thing like a black and mild, man. Real old school.
Yeah, see, Jalen lit his a little early. I feel like he lit his off of that NFC Championship run, and he felt like he's accomplished something. But I feel like he's gonna face a comparable foe here, and I feel like Mahomes, finally puts the end to this eager swagger that everybody's been having lately.
Both of them from Texas.
Yeah, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, they both from Texas.
That's crazy.
We got 2 Texas guys, man. That's crazy.
What was even crazier is out of that conference, man. There was Purdy, you had Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. All 3 of them came out of that conference over there. So it's like it's a lot of big things happening out of there as well as the quarterbacks transcend to different talent levels. So let's go predictions, man. What do you got for the score to tomorrow? KC versus Philly.
I got 24-21 Eagles.
24-21 Eagles.
Yeah,
with Jalen Hurts as the Super Bowl MVP.
Jalen Hurts Super Bowl MVP. I see it as 21-17 last drive. Jalen Hurts wins it with a touchdown.
Whoa, you got him having a game winner.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Because if you leave it up to Patty, if he has the last drive, then night.
Yes, sir.
So.
I won't be on the same page with that. I mean,
that's night, man. That's crazy.
We know Patrick Mahomes is a different monster. I personally have Patrick Mahomes winning the Super Bowl in a blowout. I got him winning 32-7. Something.
Whoa, 32-7. That's disrespectful.
I got a blowout of the Eagles. I feel like they get exposed tomorrow. I feel like the run game gets shut down early, and they can't resort to Jalen Hurts having to beat them and through the air. And
I think he does that.
I don't think he's proven that he can actually just throw the ball without a consistent run game all year. If he has a consistent run game, yes. Without a run game, we have to see Jalen Hurts just drop back and just drive the ball to receivers. I don't see that happening. So
we're gonna see it tomorrow. Though.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see.
I got lunch for you though.
Yeah,
when the loser got to buy lunch.
The loser buy lunch. I'm with that. I'm with that. Y'all heard it here on Drive 5 Podcast. I'll let y'all know what I ordered after the bowl because we're definitely gonna do a post game show. Man, listen, this has been a great episode. We've been talking Super Bowl. Tomorrow, everybody gets your wings. Your
Make sure y'all got that queso. Make sure y'all got that queso dip.
Whatever it is that you partake in, your libations, be safe.
Hey, get some crawfish too, man. It's crawfish season.
Your crawfish. Hey, so listen, Drive for 5 Podcast. We are out. Have a good night, everybody.